We are following breaking news. President Trump is on his way to Israel just hours before the expected hostage-detainee exchange. MSNBC's David Noriega is in Tel Aviv with a look at the toll this two-year war has inflicted on the region.
Guys, in the last few days, I've been trying to understand how the last 2 years since October 7th have changed Israel. And to answer that question, I turned to someone that I first met here a little less than 2 years ago in the weeks after October 7th during the first ceasefire agreement. Her name is Ziv Shtal, and she is a victim, a survivor of October 7th. She spent that day hiding in a shelter in Kfar Aza, the kibbutz where she grew up, hearing gunshots outside as close family members and people she had grown up with were murdered. She is also someone who, for the last 15 years, has worked for and is now the executive director of a group called Yesh Din. It's an organization that monitors human rights violations by Israelis against Palestinians in the West Bank. And she's part of a tiny minority of Israeli Jews that will tell you that Israel has, in the last 2 years, committed war crimes and genocidal acts in Gaza. And she told me that she believes that Israel has plunged into a dark place, a place of violence and dehumanization, not only of Palestinians, but also of other Israelis, ones who think like she does. She said that in the past, when she's expressed her views, she has received comments from fellow Israelis saying that they wish she had been killed or kidnapped into Gaza on that day. And I wish I could play you more of this interview because I spoke to her for more than an hour, but I'll play you a small bit that really stuck with me, which is what she said when I asked her, what does this kind of darkness do to the soul of a people, to the soul of a country? And she said that it depends. It depends on what Israelis do next.
I think it remains to be seen. I really want, I'll say this, it depends on which day we talk, because I have some more optimistic days and then more pessimistic days. I think this is somehow a pessimistic day for me. Yeah. But I think it really depends. And that's why I also connected to the accountability, because I think if the Israeli society will be able to really take responsibility of what happened, not only the leaders, but also the society, in the sense that really look in the mirror and see what we have become, and that we allowed a lot of the actions that went in Gaza, and that we as a society, I mean not me specifically, supported and even cheered for many of the things that happened and chose to look away and all of that, then maybe we can also, change for the better.
On the other hand, Shtal said, if Israel continues down the path that she believes it to be on now, a path of willfully looking away from the death and devastation in Gaza, a path of further isolation from the world, then the future is much more grim. And look, Shtal is the first person to tell you that Hamas committed horrific war crimes on October 7th. She was the victim of those war crimes, and that those crimes warranted and would inevitably result in military action in Gaza. But she's one of very few people in this country who you will hear say that one atrocity is never undone by another.